are vehicles made for work and businesses and hauling stuff around like this van. There's vehicles made for towing like these Super Duty F-Series. There are vehicles made for commuting and families like these Escapes. Then there are vehicles made for fun like this 2018 Porsche 718 Cayman. Hi, this is Joe from Scarff Ford. Today we're talking about this 2018 718 Cayman. Let's dive in. This is a beautiful example, very nice shape, lovely color combination, absolutely divine handling. When it comes to a fun factor of driving, it's pretty hard to beat the Porsche Cayman. It is absolutely amazing, sublime. This is one of the best handling vehicles that you'll drive. Once you get behind the wheel, you just feel that steering, it's just so precise. Porsche, they have the secret sauce, they have that magic formula for making some of the best handling, some of the best feeling vehicles in the world. Don't take my word for it. One of my favorite automotive publications, Car and Driver Magazine, brushing up on my product knowledge, reading a overview of the 2018 Cayman. They have a CD rating 1 out of 10, 10 out of 10 being the best. Of course, it got a 10 out of 10. It got the Editor's Choice Award, and it got nominated to their annual Top 10 Best list. This vehicle is not perfect. Its imperfections will quickly be overshadowed by the areas it dominates at. And one of the main areas it dominates at is putting a smile on your face. Go find a curvy road and you'll see why. You'll have a smile ear to ear. If you're having a bad day, taking a little blast, a little drive, a car like this could straighten it right out. Unfortunately, I can't show you the engine because it's hidden under here, right behind the driver. But that's a good thing because having the engine, one of the heaviest parts of the vehicle, right in the middle of the center of gravity of this vehicle, makes it rotate on its axis even better, helping improve the handling and feel in the corners. This thing is one of the best handling vehicles out there, and in some ways, it's superior than its big brother, the Porsche 911. Porsche has kind of built themselves into a box with the 911. Ever since it came out, the engine in the Porsche has been mounted behind the rear axle. There is no other vehicle on the road, except maybe a RV or a city bus that has an engine mounted behind the rear axle, because it doesn't always make the best sense. But from a Purest standpoint, the Porsche 911 has been that way for so long. If they made it any different, all the Porsche enthusiasts would freak out. Luckily, when they first came out with the Boxster, which the Cayman's based on, they weren't pigeonholed, they weren't handcuffed to the design philosophy like they are with the 911. So they were able to put the engine in a little bit better spot with the Cayman and the Boxster in the middle of the vehicle. Some people, I've read some reviews where they think like in the higher performance versions of the Caymans that Porsche actually purposely neuters the vehicle because they can't have it outperform its halo vehicle, the 911. But don't get me wrong, Porsche has been building the 911 for so long that they have engineered it to be an amazing handling vehicle, even with the engine mounted in the back. And there are some advantages of having the engine mounted in the back, but if it was really that amazing, we'd see a lot more people do it. But Lamborghinis, Ferraris, McLarens, they're all mid-engine for good reason. Lovely wheel and tire package. You have cross-drilled brakes, fantastic stopping power, giant calipers. This thing is designed to love the headlight assembly. It looks really cool, and obviously it's very functional, providing outstanding daytime, nighttime visibility. Since we don't have an engine in the front, we have a frunk, which is actually pretty big. It's pretty deep. So you have a lot of storage between the frunk and the trunk, the rear cargo area. You have a lot of space, enough space for you and your significant other to go on a long weekend, or maybe even a whole week if you're really good at packing. Maybe a week's possible. Unlike the Boxster, the Cayman has a rear cargo area. It's not the biggest in the world, but combined with the frunk, storage space is actually pretty good for a small vehicle like this. We have a cargo area cover. Love the rear end styling. Center Xing exhaust, kind of a trademark design of the Cayman and the Boxster, where it shares its platform with. So when the Porsche Cayman and the Boxster first came out, it was using a variation of the flat six that they use in the 911. But with this new generation of the Cayman, they have switched to a flat 4 engine design. Some people absolutely love that flat 6, but this flat 4 is an amazing engine. It's 2 liters, so it's very small and light, but it pumps out 300 horsepower. Not a very big car, This thing scoots really fast with 300 horsepower. You can get more powerful versions of the Cayman, but honestly, if you're not an all-out speed demon, this thing is ridiculously fast with 300 horsepower. And the Flat 4 has a nice, unique engine sound characteristic to it. A little bit different than the Flat 6. It's a raspy sound. I like it. I'm a big fan of Subarus. Subarus exclusively use pretty much Flat 4s in almost all their vehicles. I think they kind of copied the Porsche design. The Flat 4s really have nice engine characteristics, and this 2 liter is an absolute gem. Nice functional interior. For a small vehicle, it's pretty spacious. I'm 6'2". I got plenty of headroom, plenty of legroom back in here. Very, very comfortable. This one only has a tad under 46,000 miles. This has the PDK transmission. Nice steering wheel, it feels wonderful. It's contoured in your hands. You have a paddle shifter so you can take control of the gear changes. It's been a while since I've driven a Cayman. I recently had to pick someone up at the detail shop, so I drove this, and instantly, within seconds, you can just feel the amazing handling. There's just something about it, the way it communicates with you, how it's almost like this car is reading your mind, how it reacts to steering inputs. It's hard to put it into words. You have to get behind the wheel and feel it. I drive a lot of cars. And there is something magical about all the Porsches, even their crossover SUVs. Like I said, Porsche just has a secret sauce, that magic formula for making amazing handling vehicles and amazing feeling vehicles. Because it's not just how fast you go to 0 to 60, it's not how many G's you pull in the corners, but it's how the vehicle feels while you're doing that. There's some vehicles that on paper have amazing specs, but when you drive them, for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel that great. There's something that's not adding up. Not the case with this thing. Everything adds up with this 718 Cayman. We have a copy of the original build sheet back in 2018. This had an original MSRP of $68,360. If you adjust it for inflation, that's probably close to $80,000 in today's money. Not too bad as far as fuel efficiency goes. Obviously, this is not designed to be like a Prius, but 21 city, 28 highway is not too bad. You can, be pretty thrifty on a road trip. The 7-speed PDK transmission. Can you pronounce that? What PDK stands for? Doppelplong. $3,210. We have the upgraded 19-inch Cayman S wheels, $1,590. 14-way power seats with leather seat trim, $2,330. Premium package, $1,370. This has a larger 16.9 gallon extended range fuel tank, $140. Wheel center caps with colored Porsche crest, $190. Bose surround sound system, $990. Heated multi-function steering wheel, $470. Lane change assist, $700. Connect, which I think gives you like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, things like that, $1,020. And of course, we can provide you with a copy of this build sheet if you want to peruse it yourself. You have a retractable spoiler, which you can manually put up and down, or it will come out at a certain speed. Obviously, you have heated seats, rear parking camera. All in all, one amazing vehicle. Well, thanks so much for joining me in this little walk around of this 2018 Porsche Cayman. An amazing vehicle. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always loved Porsches. I've never owned one myself, but maybe one day I'll make that happen. But maybe if you're a little bit closer to your dream of owning a Porsche, a great one to own would be a 718 Cayman like this, if not this one, if it's still available while you're watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Watching on YouTube, we have content coming out all the time. We're Scarff Ford. We've been in business 103 years, proudly serving the greater Seattle-Tacoma area, located in Auburn, Washington. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.